Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending where you're joining us from. I'm Leo. I'm here with Andrew, and together we're learning English. And we also have a very special guest with us today. I will properly introduce her in a little bit, but this is part of our professional development for language teachers. Once a month, we host a webinar and on a variety of topics. If you were here last month, we had the honor of have Jeff Jordan with us talking about second language acquisition. And this month, we have also a very special guest. And Andrew is going to talk a little bit about us before I move on to introduce our guest.
Hello, everybody. Good. I guess Leo said good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. I see we have in the chat Rome, we've got New York, Italy, Colombia, very nice. Montenegro, Svetlana, awesome. Very, very nice. All right. Roberta, Brazil, Rio, fantastic. Spain, cool. Welcome to, if this is your first time, welcome. Again, I'm Andrew and this is Leo, and Mike is not here, but we are the Learn Your English team. If it is not your first time, you've heard this before, so apologies. We are an online education company. We help teachers to start, build their own online business, but from a pedagogical perspective. So we really focus on task-based learning, dogma ELT, other what we call organic materials light approaches to teaching to make sure that carries into the business that you have. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary, I think, Leo, right? Of being a company. 2018, I think we really started and dove into this. So almost 5 years of doing this. Again, our philosophy of these sessions, of kind of what we do as a business, how we help everybody, is a crux of what you see on the screen. This is our philosophy between theory, research, and personal practical knowledge, really applying, or learning about how languages are learned, what the research is saying, and how and if some of that applies to what we do in our classrooms, in our courses, in our businesses, to really make sure that we have what we call kind of an evidence-based or just an informed approach to teaching of what the research says of how languages are learned. And that's really kind of the impetus of how we started our business, our company, specifically our podcast, which I think is the next slide. Perfect. So if you haven't listened and you go out for lots of walks or drives in your cars and you like listening to podcasts, maybe this is for you. Teacher Talking Time, one episode every month on a specific aspect of teaching, learning, and teacherpreneurship. So this month, actually, in September, we interviewed Paul Nation on, of course, the Four Strands. 27 years it is since he published that article. I want to say 1996, if my math is correct on that. So if you like Paul Nation, you like the Four Strands, check that one out. But there's a whole, almost 5 years of episodes that you can check out there. Spotify, on our website, everywhere else, apps as well. Newsletter. We send out what we call like business tips to grow your business in 5 minutes or less every week. So really kind of removing, lots of people are busy. Of course, we're busy, you're busy. So in 5 minutes a week, you can apply a very practical tip to still grow your business, whether it's on the side of your regular teaching job, whether you're doing it from scratch, whether you're doing it as your own, the only job that you have. So 5 minutes a week comes to your inbox and you can read it and actually apply a tip every single week. This week, we had tackled imposter syndrome. So if you didn't get it or haven't read it yet, go check that out from this week, or the link to join that on the screen, learnerenglish.net/newsletter. I think Leo put that in the chat as well. And then what we really, really help teachers with is to kind of move away from selling their time exclusively and really into, course creation, or whatever that course, the word course gets thrown around, but whatever course means to you really means offer, right? Leo and I did a live workshop a few weeks ago on how to map your first course in about 30 minutes or so. And we have a full workbook for you that you can download for free on a website right here on the screen. I'll put that link in the chat as soon as I finish my section here. But basically, download the workbook, and in 60 minutes or less, you can map your first course, your first offer, and start signing people up. And naturally, the next section after that is how to get your first 5 clients in 30 days. So we have a free training on the website of how to do that as well. We poll our audience, you guys, everyone, all the time, pretty frequently, and most commonly, the most common friction point for what's holding your business back is client acquisition, where to find students, lead generation, these kinds of things. So this training will walk you through how to get 5 clients in the next 30 days if you apply it, and then a transferable process to keep doing that every 30 days for as long as you need to or want to. CPD. So we are, of course, very passionate as well about how improving our practice, critical reflection, and we have a course called Teaching Listening Made Easy. Also on the website, I'll put the link in the chat here. Where basically, this is Leo's masterpiece, and he put this together to basically help you eliminate any lesson planning that would ever be required ever again. I know that sounds big, but that's what it does for any listening lesson, and actually how to teach the skill of listening and not just test our students' comprehension. So if that's you, or you're building a listening course for your business, or you want to use authentic materials and authentic text and not have to plan lessons and really kind of empower your students, then this course might be for you. We are running a 30% promotion for the month of September, which has 7 days left, I guess. Today's the 23rd. Math is not my strong suit. With the code SLA at that link, you'll get 30% off. We have 7 spots remaining for that discount for September. So code SLA for 30% off. And that's the course. There we go. And then if you're looking for support, I guess we do lots of things, but we all have our own community as well, where we really help teachers. If you're, just starting your business or haven't started or thinking about starting, we really want to help you get off the ground, and we do this for free. So we have a free community, Teacherspreneur Support Network. I'll put that link in the chat here as well in a second, to really kind of get over those common hurdles that anyone has at the beginning of starting a business, so you can get some momentum, get an offer, get your first 5 students to get up and running completely free, and walk you through how to do that. So if that's sound interesting to you, or maybe you're already there and you're already checking it out, and we do 2 workshops a month for about 30 minutes there every other Wednesday. Leo and I are there. Next week we're doing a lead magnet, or sorry, we did lead magnets 2 weeks ago.
Landing pages,
Another L. Landing pages next Wednesday. All sessions there in the network, completely free. Recordings available there afterwards as well. And if you have started your business and you're looking to go to the next step, maybe you have an offer, but you're at capacity with your students and you're looking to kind of scale, add, what we call multiple streams of revenue, just to keep a safeguard for your business, then maybe our TAP program or Teacherpreneur or Teacher Accelerator program is the fit for you. Details on the screen there. You can book a call with us. We can chat to see what you're looking to do, if your goals align with kind of what we do, and just kind of map out a strategy and see if that program is something that you would actually benefit from. So we can have a quick 30-minute chat about that if you think that is the avenue you want to take. And if you're here, you probably found us somewhere. We're all over the internet. So mostly on Instagram, the podcast, and then our free community on School, which is the Teacherpreneur Support Network. So but then newsletter and all this other stuff as well. So we're kind of all over the place, but really Leo does a great job with Instagram on a daily basis, a newsletter once a week, and then for really building the business support in TSN, the free community over there.
And don't forget to follow us on YouTube. A lot of our training, webinars, podcasts, cuts from the podcast, everything goes into our YouTube channel.
True.
And I think a lot of people have arrived. So I'm going to introduce our guest today, who is going to be talking about video integration. She's also going to be talking about dogme, which is a topic that is dear to me, to you, to all of us who are probably here. If you're not familiar with dogme, I'm sure you're going to start appreciating this a little bit more. And we hope that you enjoy this webinar. But let me first introduce our stellar guest today. She is a Ph.D. student currently in Applied Linguistics at Warwick University. She's also a Warwick. Oh, there you go. Like Leicester. Yeah, Warwick. Warwick University. She's also a highly experienced teacher with more than 20 years of experience. She's worked in Brazil, one of my favorite countries in the world, Turkey, and she is currently in the UK, where I believe she's also working as an EAP instructor. Apart from that, she is also getting her hands on DipTESOL and CertTESOL as a trainer. I'm also a Celta trainer, because I feel like one person that I've talked to recently has said, "Oh yeah, Cecilia Nobre was my tutor." I was like, "Oh nice, so you might want to come and join us today for this talk." And her research interests are varied, but they pretty much lie in the area of teacher development, video reflection. Of course, the webinar today is going to be about video, and of course, reflective practice. And most recently, she has co-authored a book called Using Video to Support Teacher Reflection and Development in English Language Teaching with Steve Mann and Laura Baecher. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Cecilia Nobre to our webinar session today.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Andrew, for this nice introduction. It's nice to see you all. I can recognize some familiar faces. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, so we'll be talking about using, let me just share my screen and audio. There you go. So we'll be talking about using video-based lessons and with a Dogme touch, how they can transform your teaching and also improve your students' learning experience. So I hope you like it. Feel free to make comments, questions as we go along, okay? And I'll try my best to answer your questions, your comments. Okay, so I'm assuming that you are all interested in using videos in your classes, right? Oops, but before I share my insights, I would like to ask you, what's one challenge, and can you please write on the chat box, what's one challenge you faced when trying to integrate videos in your lessons, if there is any challenge? Making time to record videos. Hi, Daniel. Right, making time. Great. Okay. Karen said, spend a lot of time trying to select. Yeah, choosing a proper video, right? That matches your the learning outcome, the objectives of the lesson. Yeah, can be a bit time consuming. Yeah. Leo, yeah, choosing appropriate videos. Yeah, finding videos for beginners. That's a huge challenge. Giovanna, yes, selecting appropriate and relevant videos. Okay. Right, so it's not an easy task. I completely understand and I empathize with that. Hopefully you'll have some ideas from the videos that I post. There are different types of videos that you can use, different genres that you can use depending on the level of your students, the proficiency level, the type of class you're teaching. Are you teaching business English? Are you teaching exam preparation? So there are different videos. Sorry. So let's have a look at some of the why are our videos, why can they be so beneficial for not just teachers, but also students. And according to Kuomi, videos can assist cognition in our students, and I think it also provides, it also nurtures motivations and feelings depending on the type of video that you choose. Some of those tear-jerking that make your, I personally love these videos because I truly believe they can foster meaningful interactions with our students. So some videos can nurture that. They also provide cultural experiences to our students. And if you're using a type of tutorial or how-to video, they can also demonstrate different skills. And basically, these are the key stages in video use, and which will not necessarily mean that we're going to use these 3 stages, okay? But basically we have the previewing, and especially if you've done the Celta or initial qualification, you will see this type of framework for receptive skills, right? So the previewing, pre-reading, while viewing, and the post-viewing. But I would say that you can use videos in different moments throughout the lesson, not just for example, to activate schemata, or not just to set a task, but you can use in different ways, in different stages. And these are some of the benefits that authentic videos can offer to, I would say, to both students and teachers alike. Can you think of other benefits? Oh, I can see a typo there. Real life, real life. I'm sorry. So, do you usually use authentic videos in your lessons? Sure, always. Yes. Where do you find these authentic videos? Can you share some of the channels, YouTube channels, or Instagram accounts, or YouTube? Yeah. Mad TV, YouTube, Reels, yeah, Instagram Reels, TikTok as well. Although I don't use TikTok, but TikTok is another good source. Yeah, TED Talks. Right. Okay. I don't know this one, Leo.
It's great. ASAP Science is very good for EAP because it has academic vocabulary, and it talks about the research and all that. Yeah,
I'll check that out. Yeah, there's one video channel, YouTube channel called 60-Second Docs. You know this one? And as the name suggests, it's only a minute long, a minute or a bit longer than a minute, and I love that. I love that channel. I love it. The videos are short. They are from different. They cover different types of topics. Some of them are a bit controversial. So these are some of the benefits of authentic videos. They are 2-3 minutes, Daniel. Okay. I thought they were just a minute, but they might be, yeah, a bit longer, which is still okay, right? 2-3 minutes. So one of the benefits are that they enhance engagement between the teacher and students. They also provide real life exposure, right, to our students. So you can have a look at the benefits. They can also offer decoding skills in context, and I'm going to talk about that as well. And this is the Bloom's taxonomy, the higher order thinking skills, the HOTS, and the lower order. So if you are, I would suggest, if you're not sure of what kind of questions or what kind of approach to use when using videos in the classroom, think about what you want, what your objectives are, and you can use the one of these skills to try to find more information, to try to approach those videos. But I also, and my main aim with this webinar is to offer you some sorry, to offer you some ideas on how to use videos in a more holistic way, and by also addressing emergent language. Okay, so it won't be exactly what you would see in a Celta or a CertTESOL course. And these are some of the intervention. I don't know if you know Richard Chin and what's the other? Danny. I have their book. Oh, it's blurry. This is a great book. Just a second. This one, Working with Emergent Language, is a great book if you want to delve into dogme teaching and emergent language. And I've got some ideas from the book, how to approach videos and working with emergent language. And these are the 10 intervention techniques that they mention in the book. So do you know all of them instead of me telling you? So you know what they mean? Let's see here.
I have one that I don't know for sure, Cecilia, that I kind of can guess, but I think it would be great if you could expand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Interactional recast, is it what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Well, it's basically you're interacting as you are recasting it. Is that it?
That's right. You're negotiating the meaning with the student. Yes. Yeah. So it's not really you telling the student or prompting the student only, but listening to them and see if you can establish that interaction with them. Yeah. And I'm going to mention some of these techniques when using videos. Okay. And this is the framework that I would suggest after, I've been working with videos in the classroom for a long time. I really like using videos. For me, it's one of the best source of materials, and I'm a huge fan of authentic materials. I've delivered webinars on authentic materials before. So I'm just suggesting this framework. As I said, it's a little bit different from the pre, while, and post viewing framework that you usually find in initial qualification courses. But this is one idea. So sorry, just me. Sorry. Okay, so the first stage would be long, and this is intentional, okay? Long lead-ins with a phonological focus. Usually if you've done the Celta or the CertTESOL, we try to, I'm saying we because I'm a trainer, so I know what we do. So I'm kind of reconstructing that. So we usually tell trainees to make the lead-ins short, right? No longer than 5 minutes. But I would flip that if you want to focus on emergent language, because lead-in is a great opportunity for you to activate schemata and check if the students have any prior knowledge on the topic that you're going to address. So don't worry about having a bit longer, a longer lead-in with a phonological focus. And I'm going to explain what that means. Okay, I'm giving you an example for each stage. And then you can have a prediction, different types of prediction tasks while decoding the language at the same time. Stage 3 would be watching the video. So watching the video and another typo. Oh my God. I checked these slides yesterday.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
And decoding exercises. I'm sorry.
People will be able to decode that. They know it's exercises.
Yeah, they will. Stage 4 would be focused on speaking. So a post video responses, personal and evaluative questions. So what kind of questions could you ask students in order to foster that emergent language? Stage 5 would be unplanned interactions. That it's a bit so I'm saying unplanned, but you can actually plan these unplanned interactions again with a phonological awareness. And stage 6 would be a free stage, optional stage, where you can just relax a little bit and focus on more referential questions and phonological wrap-up. Okay, but that stage would be optional. Let's have a look at each stage. So the first one, for instance, would be the long lead-ins, right, with a phonological focus. What do I mean by that? So the objective of that stage is to